Hi, my name's Anushka DeGiorgio. I'm a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I want to thank the Midas Touch for taking an interest in my story and this story and continuing to advocate for survivors and for transparency. As many of you know, and as I've shared before, I was subject to a huge amount of distress over the weekend as the Epstein dump not only didn't expose many of the perpetrators and the enablers in the Epstein files, but they exposed myself and many, many other survivors, sharing lots and lots of very personal information, including photographs, including addresses, my home address, and a number of other very personal details that will be very difficult to recover from because the damage is already done. So my attorneys, Brad Edwards and Brittany Henderson, petitioned Judge Berman and Judge Engelmeyer and Daniel Patrick Moynihan to do something about it, and they sent over an emergency request for immediate judicial intervention regarding the Epstein Transparency Act. So we just got a reply from them, from Judge Berman, in fact, and the reply reads this. To Attorney Henderson and U.S. Attorney Clayton, thank you for your recent letters dated January 30th, 2026, January 31st, 2026, February 1st, 2026, and February 2nd, 2026. I recognize your concern and the urgency of the issues you have presented. I will set aside a conference on Wednesday, February 4th at 11:30 a.m. if that is convenient for you. You are invited to bring your clients. I am not certain of how helpful I can be, and I encourage you to continue to resolve open issues in good faith. Richard M. Berman. So once again, Judge Berman comes in with incredible compassion, clearly supporting the survivors, supporting the victims, and wanting something done about this. I very much hope that this will prompt the DOJ to do the right thing. Come on, guys, do the right thing. It's time. And none of us are going to let up. None of us are going to go away, and we are going to get louder and louder until we get what we came for.
These are our kids. These are our neighbors. Not somebody else's kids. They're all our kids.
When you see our kids, and I truly believe that they are our children.
LGBTQ Americans, especially children, you're loved, you're heard, and this administration has your back.
We met before. It's hard to forget those eyes.
These are our kids. Not somebody else's kids. They're all our kids.
Department of Justice just dropped the rest of the Epstein files. The Assistant Attorney General said they dropped about 3 million pages to the DOJ's Epstein library, which includes more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. The Assistant AG, Todd Blanche, said that all of the faces of all of the women were redacted out of an abundance of caution, except for the images that include Ghislaine Maxwell. He said the DOJ is not withholding information related to national security, but he
Epstein's
said...
house right there? No way. You're in fucking Epstein's backyard.
Are those little kid chairs? Like, what the fuck are they?
Oh, hell no.
That's security. That's security.
We gotta go. God damn it, man. Oh, they're here. Oh, fuck. No.
Good evening, my fellow Goyim. How's that? How's that? I've decided that when you guys actually move to elect me the dictator of the United States, or maybe the dictator of the world, that's how I will greet you guys every night and bring you the news. I don't know how your weekend went, but I was marked safe from being in the Epstein files. Me, Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, we were marked safe. Boy, oh boy, were we right. We were so right. This podcast, can I just say that it's actually aging like fine wine? Because this was me on like Thursday of last week. Take a listen. This is the synagogue of Satan. I do not go halfway with defending pedophiles. Goodbye. Are you out of your mind? I hate all of you. I think you guys are all a part of the same demonic entity. Your God is Satan. You guys are Baal worshipers. You will continue to kill and sacrifice children until you feel that demon rewards you. And I stand against
Candace,
you.
You're intense.
Yeah, this is how I feel about these people.
Intense.
They are satanic right and left at the top. I'm kind of feeling like I actually didn't go hard enough. Anyway, today we are going Max like always. Welcome back to Candace. Start with the obligatory question. Are we still talking about the Epstein files? Are we still talking about those Epstein files? Yes, actually, we are, Trump. We are, man. I can't believe you're tangled up in this, that you would keep this a secret to protect the elites knowing what you know, what you most definitely know that they are up to. Because if we know, how could you not know? You know who was not surprised at all while reading through the Epstein files? Any person that's been watching the show, and of course the people, especially the people that are in my book club. Shout out to the people that are in the book club, because the book that we are currently reading is so on time right now. Quite literally, we're completing this book on Friday, Sigmund Freud and the Jewish Mystical Tradition. After having read previously The Assault on Truth, those people were not surprised at all, because I took you through it, what Sigmund Freud and his B'nai B'rith Freemason boys actually believe about you, what they believe, how they have accomplished things, this false dialectic, their means to accomplish running Western society, breaking apart Christian empires. Yes, he hated Christians. It's a fact. He wrote about it extensively. He hated Catholics. And yes, they perform rituals. That is not an imagination. It's not a conspiracy. The only conspiracy are those that are colluding to hide those facts. And now we can really stick our noses down at them. And no, I want to be clear. This is not Judaism. This isn't your grandma's Judaism. It's occult mysticism. That's the way that it's able to move through seemingly all the faiths, right? Aleister Crowley. Well, how could you have the Star of David once upon a time? What was it? Before 1914, that was the flag of Morocco. That's weird. That's not a Jewish nation. What does it actually symbolize? Occult mysticism. That's why it's on the cover of Aleister Crowley's books. If you're going to perform magic and rituals. And yes, sorry guys, got to wake up. It's a Monday. We got to get you there. They deem children to be a necessary part of their initiation rituals. This I'm going to read from you is actually a direct quotation from Sigmund Freud, okay? The person that was hailed...
Столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью, а карманы деньгами. Но они должны понять, что бал вампиров заканчивается. Столетиями набивать брюхо человеческой плотью, а карманы деньгами. Но они должны понять, что бал вампиров заканчивается.
Jeffrey Epstein's island visitors. First off, we have Celine Dion, Chris Tucker, Jay-Z, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Paris Hilton, that's kind of obvious, Gwen Stefani, James Franco, that's obvious, Jim Carrey, that's kind of wild, Jimmy Kimmel, obvious,
yeah,
Joe Biden,
oh my god,
Justin Trudeau.
I feel like everyone who has power now has been in that.
Tom Hanks, Ellen, of course.
Ellen, of course.
Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys. Their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
Katy Perry.
Kinda. I can see her.
Eminem. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Eminem being there is kind of crazy, fam. Miley Cyrus is kind of obvious.
I know MGK is on there somewhere, or it has to be. There's no way MGK is not on there.
Yeah, he's definitely Illuminati. Beyonce, yeah, all these people. Angelina Jolie. Okay, boom. You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
If you guys want part 2, comment part 2 right now.
What would you pick? Would you rather be broke and no one knows your name, or would you rather be rich and famous and be on the Epstein list? Which one would you choose?
At this point, I am totally convinced that the Epstein files is the distraction, and you do not have to agree with me. This morning, the Democratic House Oversight Committee released 95,000 images of the Epstein estate, and guess who was in them? Your boy Donald Trump, and Bill Clinton, and Bill Gates, and Steve Bannon, and Woody Allen, and Richard Brunson, amongst a couple other people, right? Let me just say this. Association does not make you guilty. Let's start there. And the simple fact that y'all keep giving us these Epstein files like it's a drip campaign is absolutely diabolical to me. It's either y'all gonna give it to us or y'all gonna keep them. Tell us something we don't know. Tell us something we don't know, like who names are not on the files, who paid to get their names off the files. Let's have this conversation, because at this point, for it to have been 95,000 images that was released and you only released 10 to 15 of them, that does not sit right with me. I'ma just say this. Y'all can keep falling for this shit if y'all want to, but like I said before, the Epstein files is the fucking distraction.
I'm just finding it weird how at first I'm seeing all these things about our meat not being real and McDonald's produces millions of burgers a day. Where's the meat coming from? And now we're finding out that these rich motherfuckers been eating people and turning babies into chickens and shit. Oh my God, bro. This is like, literally, this is like, usually this type of shit don't mess with me because like, what could we do? But like, this is really like, this is really making me just think way too much. Like, this is really like fucking up my actual day. Like, I just can't even have a regular day because the math is mathing. The math is mathing and it's so fucking disturbing. Like, bro, what the fuck are we gonna do? Bro, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I don't know. We gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like, this shit is getting very spooky, getting very scary. Like,
Photos of Jeffrey Epstein and his then friend, now President Donald Trump, were released today. Here is one of Trump and Epstein speaking with a woman out and about at some event. There's this one of Trump and 6 females whose faces are all blurred out, and all of the females are wearing some kind of Hawaiian lei. And there's this one of Trump with a blonde female. Her face is blurred out on what appears to be an airplane. Now, I'm going to talk about these blurred faces in just a second. But first, all of these photos came from the Epstein estate and were released this morning by the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee as part of their investigation into the Epstein files. Now, the Epstein estate says all of the photos came from Epstein's email account and computer. But there really is no rhyme or reason to what these photographs mean. There is no context. We don't know when or where these photos were taken or why Epstein had them. But those 3 images with Trump were not all that we saw today. There are actually a total of 19 photos that were released. Some I can't show you, but I can share these. This is former President Bill Clinton along with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell out and about at some kind of event. You could see Bill Clinton has signed the top of the photograph. There's not 1, but 2 images of Jeffrey Epstein and director Woody Allen. You could see him here too in this photo with a female whose face is blurred out. And there's not 1, but 2 images of Jeffrey Epstein alongside former Trump advisor Steve Bannon. Epstein doesn't appear in either of these, but there are 2 photos of billionaire Bill Gates. This one includes former Prince Andrew, who is a known friend of Ghislaine Maxwell.